we evaluate what we're doing in rehearsal? We can look at 3 different phases in our preparation. These 3 phases give us a way of evaluating and giving us an estimate of where we are at in our preparation. These 3 phases can be divided up as the physical phase, the experiential phase, and then what I've heard called the existential phase. And I'm going to go into details about these now. The physical phase, well, this is the phase where you are pruning through each line of the play in order to understand what is being said. We then need to use repetition to learn the lines, to make them easy to say, and that we understand the reason for the line. Physically getting our mouth around the words, we're still trying to learn them so that they become easy and natural, and this is all part of a very physical process. The second phase involves an experience. It's an experiential phase where we start to imagine using the what if process. What if I was actually in this situation? We start to find some connection that goes beyond just the literal meaning or the linear meaning of the words, and we start to find some, if you like, a subconscious connection with the lines. It's a very personal thing. It's no longer objective. It's something else that we start to imagine that we can be reacting, working within this context that's been set up, and start to feel at ease with the lines. We're no longer consciously thinking about where each pause is, where the commas are, where the full stops are. We're no longer consciously seeing those lines on the page, but we're able to actually act and react with other actors without a sense of self-consciousness. Now, having done this, we can sometimes move into a third phase, which I remember Gavin Bolton, a famous drama expert, referred to as an existential phase. As a director, I try to find the mistakes, the errors, the accidental, which are often the clues as to what's going to make the work really exciting and live. And that's from within the existential phase, where you're making decisions within the context of what you're doing, within that experiential context. It goes beyond performing, reacting, any of these things, and you find moments that are so original in that space that they could only be made within the context of what you were doing. In rehearsal, this is what we aim for. So 3 phases. The physical, that's the basic level, get the lines down, understand what they're about. Experiential, take it further, feel the context that's in there, be able to make it have a semblance of reality. And thirdly, the existential phase, where you allow accidents, the experimental, the things that can take place that can only be of value within the context of what's happening. They're the accidents, they're the things that you discover within the context of what you're doing.